Buckle up, because what you're about to hear isn't just another football story. This isn't about yards, stats, or playbooks. It's about betrayal, sabotage, and a digital bombshell that just blew the lid off the Cleveland Browns organization. What started as a quiet season for a team clinging to its identity has erupted into a full-blown conspiracy, and at the center of it all is a quarterback who was supposed to be silent, healing, and out of sight. But instead, Deshaun Watson just became the most unlikely whistleblower in NFL history. A single tap on a screen, a simple like on TikTok, has exposed something dark festering beneath Cleveland's polished game day smiles. That one moment of raw digital honesty has sent shockwaves through the league and confirmed what millions of fans have been whispering for years. Head coach Kevin Stefanski is not just failing his quarterbacks, he's systematically destroying them. And his latest casualty might be the most electrifying young talent to touch a football in years, Shedeur Sanders. To understand how we got here, you've got to go back to the start of this season. The Browns had just walked off the field with a 31-6 victory over the Miami Dolphins. On paper, it looked dominant. The fans were loud. Cleveland was cold, wet, and triumphant. But behind that scoreboard, something sinister was brewing. Because while the city celebrated, the team's $230 million man, Watson, was sitting on injured reserve scrolling through social media and watching the whole charade unfold. See, that win wasn't real. It was a distraction, a magician's flourish meant to hide the real trick. Stefanski's offense wasn't thriving. It was suffocating. His conservative, predictable system was choking the life out of its quarterbacks. And when it came time for the Browns to showcase their young prodigy, Deion Sanders' own son, Shedeur, the so-called offensive mastermind, made sure it would never happen. Instead of letting the kid show what he could do, Stefanski ran a prehistoric offense that looked allergic to risk, run after run. Check down after check down. 4 quarters of football without a single spark. Dillon Gabriel, the team's starting quarterback, finished with 116 yards passing, 116 yards in an era when quarterbacks are supposed to light up scoreboards like Christmas trees. No touchdowns, no ambition, just enough safety to keep his job for another week. And that was exactly Stefanski's plan. Because the second Gabriel threw an interception, the second the fans saw him falter, the chants would begin, "Shedeur! Shedeur!" And that was the one thing Stefanski couldn't allow. He's seen what happens when fans turn on a quarterback. He's lived it through Baker Mayfield, Joe Flacco, and now Watson. So rather than risk losing control of his team, Stefanski did the unthinkable. He built a playbook designed to bury his own talent. And that's when Deshaun Watson, sitting in the shadows, decided to speak up. Not with words, but with a digital breadcrumb that said everything he couldn't. On October 9th, a Browns fan named Chad, known online for his brutally honest takes, posted a TikTok calling out Stefanski. He said what fans had been saying for years: every quarterback under Stefanski looks broken. Baker Mayfield was ruined in Cleveland, then reborn in Tampa Bay. Joe Flacco looked washed, then suddenly competent elsewhere. Even Watson, once a superstar in Houston, has looked like a ghost under Stefanski's so-called system. Chad ended his video with a question that hit like a hammer. Are we even sure Deshaun Watson is bad? Or does this coach just ruin everyone? That's when it happened. Deshaun Watson, injured, criticized, and supposedly silent, liked the video. That one tap, that one acknowledgement, was a nuclear detonation inside the Browns organization. He didn't need to hold a press conference. He didn't need to tweet a statement. That TikTok like was louder than any interview could ever be. It was a message clear as day. This fan is right. I see what's happening. And I'm done pretending. The reaction was instant. Fans went wild. The creator himself couldn't believe it, posting screenshots and disbelief that Watson had actually co-signed his rant. But that digital nod wasn't just about self-defense. It was a whistleblower moment. Watson wasn't just defending his own reputation. He was confirming what insiders have whispered for months. Stefanski's system isn't built to develop quarterbacks. It's built to protect his ego. Inside that locker room, the ripple effect must have been seismic. Players aren't dumb. They see what's going on. They know Shedeur Sanders isn't just another rookie. He's a phenomenon. He's a player who carries himself with confidence, charisma, and raw ability. And they're watching as their head coach refuses to give him a chance. Meanwhile, receivers are starving for real passes, Running backs are carrying the team on tired legs, and a city full of fans is left asking, "What are we doing?" Stefanski's defenders call him cautious. His critics call him cowardly. But now with Watson's subtle rebellion, it's clear, this isn't caution. It's sabotage. Whether it's pride, fear, or an inability to handle a quarterback with personality, Stefanski has created a system that suffocates creativity and punishes confidence. And if Shedeur Sanders doesn't get his shot soon, he could become the next name in Cleveland's long line of quarterback casualties. It's tragic, really. Shedeur's done everything right. He hasn't complained, hasn't lashed out, hasn't let his father's fame overshadow his professionalism. He's shown up, practiced hard, stayed patient, and trusted the process. And in return, he's been sidelined for mediocrity. The irony is painful. The very coach hired to build winners has become the reason so many players lose. Now, with Watson's spreading across the internet like wildfire, the Browns front office can't hide anymore. How do you look your locker room in the eye when your franchise quarterback has essentially said your coach is a fraud? How do you move forward when the player's trust is gone? You can't. Not without change, so what happens next? Maybe Stefanski doubles down, digging himself deeper into denial. Maybe ownership finally wakes up and realizes the rot starts at the top. Or maybe, just maybe, this becomes the spark that finally burns down Cleveland's endless cycle of disappointment and rebirth. Because one thing's for certain, when your $230 million quarterback breaks his silence with a single social media move, that's not a coincidence. That's a reckoning. Deshaun Watson didn't need a microphone. He didn't need a statement. His said it all. The Cleveland Browns are broken from within, and the truth just came straight from the inside. The question now is, will they fix it before another career gets destroyed? Or will Shedeur Sanders be the next name buried in the Browns' quarterback graveyard? What do you think, folks? Has Deshaun Watson just confirmed the sabotage that fans have been shouting about all season? Is Kevin Stefanski really the problem? Or is this just another chapter in the Browns' endless cycle of chaos? Let me know your thoughts down below, because this story is far from over. If you love deep football drama like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more breakdowns, and turn on notifications because trust me, the next chapter in Cleveland's chaos is coming sooner than anyone thinks.